Hi everyone, Peter here. Um, Sorry I haven't been real diligent about putting videos up. We've been dealing with some different life things, and my health. I've had to make some adjustments to get some things squared away. Oops, try to hold this thing steady. Anyway, one of the reasons that I want to put this video up, I have to say I was intrigued by a video that James Butler posted. I guess it was this morning. Um, about his A team and his B team. Well, it struck a chord with me that during my stint at my last full time job of 15 years, I had a similar situation as an employee. And it was kind of interesting that as the company had evolved from my original employment, the owners, as they changed in over the 15 years, we had, I don't remember if it was 5 or 7 owners. Uh, the management actually was left in place for the most part. There'd be some changes made, but the immediate management in each facility of the 35 in the United States, we were owned by ultimately by a company from Spain before it was sold to a competitor. Uh, the management had this tendency to do the same things over and over again, which I'm sure made profitability a roller coaster, along with the volatility of the oil market. We were in the petroleum business. At any rate, James was making reference to his A team and B team differences. And I wanted to share with not only James, but all you folks, something that I found intriguing and a little bit bewildering. One day, a branch manager grabbed me and pulled me aside, and he started to discuss with me, or more or less tell me, that he wished that I'd be a little less diligent about coming in, hitting the clock, getting my paperwork, pre-tripping my rig for the day, and getting on the road. And normally I was in the yard at 7, unless it was an earlier tea time, on the road by 7:30, and then go get your work done, come back in the yard, get done. And I tried to live on an 8 hour a day, 40-hour week. Didn't count on overtime, didn't really care for overtime. I mean, if there's work that had to get done and, if you're in the 8th hour with an hour or two left to do and you're set up, you finish it. But be that as it was, I was puzzled by the notion that it somehow was a social event and that there were people there that found it offensive because you wanted to come in and do your work and get going. I apologize if you think it's a social event. I mean, if that's your reason for going to a job, that's entirely up to you. But a lot of us, we want to come in, get the work done, go home. I mean, you get through the day, try to keep your sanity, try to come home in one piece, try not to break any equipment, upset a customer, the whole arm's length of things. And get home to your family at a decent hour. I don't know about you folks, but if I wanted to work full time, 24/7, I'd go back into business for myself. But a job working for somebody else, in all fairness to you and the business, it needs to have, set hours more or less, as practical as it may be. Some aren't as cut and dried as they can be. Um, so that's that. Um, I guess that's where I was going with it. I don't have a script. I don't I apologize, I don't have any more experience or any more skills in editing. Things have just been a little hectic on my end. At any rate, James, you're always inspiring. Your videos are great. Oh, I know what it was. I was going to make a mention. This same branch manager that came to me with the conversation or talk about the hours, or not the hours, but the, over diligence, if you will. Not long after that conversation, he quizzed me on a fairly regular basis as a benchmark of what jobs took to do, time-wise, and dealing with the customers. That it eventually became what James had described as his guy that he agreed with 98% of the time, but would clash and argue. It wasn't unusual for me to get a call from this same branch manager about daily operations, not necessarily, the ins and outs of it, but if there was something that the branch manager wasn't comfortable with as far as his depth of knowledge, he'd contact me. And the funny part of it was, it wasn't unusual for me to get contacted by branch managers from other parts of the country. So I may be a little rough around the edges in the social department, but I always tried to be that spot you could go to as an anchor to get the straight answer and the experience that you need to get through the day in one piece. And hopefully, James, that's what you're looking for with your crew. Do the job right, be honest to yourself, and call it a good day. All right, that's it for now, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Take care. That's it for now. Till next time.